Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo, already 42547 you guys. All right, so check this out. On Saturday, where am I going to be on Saturday? I'm going to one of my Theos is got me roped into a Chile Verde contest. I got to find out where. Let me find the. Oh, here we go. There's a Chile Verde cook-off that they're putting on. It's going on at. They're going to have vendors, food, drinks. Kicks off at 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's a long day. I know it's going to be hot out, but who cares? Where is it going to be at? It's going to be at the Eagles, the Fraternal Order of the Eagles area number 93. So I guess they're putting on and who's going to be there? The band August, I guess, is going to be there. DJ Escandalo Dalosa. Never heard of it, but I will. I probably know him. Mikey G is going to be there as well, DJ Mikey G. So anyway, the band August is going to be out there. So here's the deal. I guess they're doing this Chile Verde cook-off. And they asked me to be a judge. So when judging Chile Verde, this is what I wanted to ask you about. The biggest problem I have when it comes to Chile Verde is that you guys just think the hotter you make it, the better it is. And that's not how it works. And you guys know that, right? It has to have flavor. Has to really taste good. So something that tastes well, it doesn't matter if it's hot or not. And you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. You guys eat Chile Verde. But why is it that you always think the hotter the better? Somebody want to answer that for me? The hotter the better is not the best. The best flavor is the best. Then you throw heat into it. A lot of you guys will make Chile Verde and just make it so hot that you think it's great, and it's not. Already 42547. So yeah, this Saturday I'll be down at the Eagles downtown. You know, they're gonna have a Chile Verde cook-off. We're gonna check it out. I'm gonna be a judge. I make a good Chile Verde judge because I know what's good and what's not. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, so I was telling you guys about the fact I'm gonna be down at the Eagles. Downtown. You know where it's at. The Fraternal Order of the Eagles downtown. They're having a Chile Verde cook-off this Saturday. So one of my uncles is a part of it. So he asked me to go down and judge, and I told him I'd go down and judge. But Chile Verde, man, not a lot of you know how to judge Chile Verde. For some reason, you guys all think that it just has to be hot, like this guy right here. Already 42547. Yo, Romeo, you don't know nothing about Chile Verde. It's got to be hot. That's what makes it delicious. No, that's not what makes it delicious. Anything that's good, that has a lot of flavor to it, a lot of taste, that's what makes it delicious. Then if you can add heat to that, then it's even better. But most of you who make Chile Verde, almost 90% of you who make Chile Verde, all you do is make it hot. You know Chile Verde is good when you can eat it mild or hot. That's how you know it's good, because it's got a lot of flavor to it. You guys don't understand. About 90% of the Chile Verde I've tried in Bakersfield over the years is they just put a lot of heat on it, especially you home cooks. I mean, the restaurants do a much better job at it, but you guys that think you can make Chile Verde at home, all you guys do is add heat to it and think, oh my God, I got the best Chile Verde ever. And you don't. I don't know who's telling you that. I don't know if it's your friends and your families not wanting to give you the honest truth about what you're cooking. But, man, you have no idea what you're doing. Already 42547. Yeah. I mean, when you're eating, it amazes me how many people think they can cook and how good you think you are at certain dishes. Chile Verde be one of them. Everybody swears they can make pozole. Everybody swears they can make tamales. Everybody swears they can make a steak. There's just so many things out there that you guys swear you can make, and you just don't know. You got to get some real judgment out there to find out if it's really good or not. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo. I want to talk about Chile Verde. I want to talk about all of the things that you guys think you can make. There are, in every food group, there is everybody swears they can make something good, okay? There are guys out there that swear they make the best ribs and brisket and meat and blah, 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 right? There are people out there that think they make the best pozole, chile verde. That's why they always have these cook-offs, because there are people that think they make the best potato salad. There are people that think they make the best chili. Everybody swears they got a dish they know how to make. Well, this weekend, I'm going to be down at the Eagles. You guys know downtown. They're having a chili verde cook-off. And they got, I don't know how many contestants they got, but they asked me to be a judge. So I'm going to go down there and judge it. Because I am literally the best person to judge food. Because you guys have no clue. It is amazing to me, when I moved to Bakersfield, some of the best restaurants you had were good restaurants, you know. And some of the restaurants that you told me were the best restaurants you had were horrible restaurants. Just bad food. So you people are not the best judge of quality food, which amazes me, because you've had some great restaurants. Bakersfield has had and does have still some great restaurants. So when it comes to chile verde, everybody goes, oh, I make the best chile verde. I make the best chile verde. Well, no, you don't. You just add so much heat to it that you can't taste anything. And that is not good chile verde. All right. What'd you say? Hey, Rome. Perfect day for a chile verde cook-off. What is it going to be, 102? Yeah, I don't care. You get a couple of beers in you, you're good to go. So anyway, you have to realize what flavor is. Okay? Flavor, not just heat. RD4254777, I agree with you when it's too hot, but you can't even enjoy it. Exactly. Although I will tell you, there used to be this cook out at, what was the taco shop over there I used to go to? Gosh, I can't think of it. Off of, now I can picture California. Is it California? No, not California. Off Truxton. I can't think of the name of it down there off of Truxton. But anyway, the cook, he would make a special hot sauce for me when I'd order a burrito or tacos, whatever. It was so damn hot. I would be sweating, literally sweating as I'm eating it. But it was so flavorful and good, you could not eat it. That's what chile verde should be. So flavorful and good. It doesn't matter if it's so hot that you're sweating or if it's mild as heck. And yeah. But you guys don't understand that for some reason. All right, 842-547-7. It's Romeo outside of the 4.1. Out of the 4.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. So on Saturday, one of my uncles got me to judge a chile verde contest that's coming up. It's going to be down at the Eagles downtown. It goes on from 11 to 7. So if you guys want to go check it out, they're going to have a band. They're going to have DJs. It's going to be vendors, things like that. But chile verde, man, you guys do not know good chile verde. I'm glad that they got me being a judge, because I can finally, let you guys know that your chile verde is not good just because you add heat. That's the one common denominator that I've learned in Bakersfield when it comes to chile verdes. Everybody just makes it hot as hell and then says it's good. So I don't know who's lying to you, but it's not good. Hey, Rome, people that overdo it on the heat are just trying to cover up their food sucks. Well, but the problem is they are, somebody's telling them it's good. Somebody's hyping them up. RD42547-7. Good morning, Romeo. It's Paulina. Everyone swears they can make turkey and ribs or carne asada steak or tri-tip. But when it comes to shine, they crack under pressure. They swear. They swear, right, Rome? They do. There's so many out there. There's so many. Every single one of you right now, probably, well, not every single one of you, but there's a lot of you. There's a lot of you out there that swear you can make one dish that's just the best. And I would venture to guarantee that of all the people that say that, about 3 of you are right. It's just, I don't know who's telling you. I don't know who's not being honest with you. Romeo outside of the 4.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valleys. Romeo, already 4254777. So this Saturday, they're having a Chili Verde cook-off over at the Eagles, the Fraternal Eagles Club downtown. And it kicks off at 11 o'clock or 9 o'clock. I think it kicks off at 9 o'clock, 9 or 11 o'clock. Something's going to be going on all day. So they asked me to be a judge. I'm going to go down there and judge some Chili Verde. I don't know how many contestants they're going to have, but they're going to have some bands, some DJs, vendors. So you guys might want to check it out if you're looking for something to do. Somebody asked me, RD4254777, yo, Rome, who has the best Chili Verde in town? Well, I can tell you about 8 people right now that'll tell me they got the best Chili Verde in town. I know 8 guys right now that'll tell you they're the best. And only 2 of them are really, really good. But, I mean, there's some restaurants that make good. You know, Thor's Catering's probably the best in town. I know a lot of you guys like that Arizona Cafe. I don't think it's the best in town, but I know a lot of you guys love it. Los Avocates makes some good Chili Verde. You know who makes good Chili Verde, actually, is Pyrenees. Pyrenees makes good Chili Verde. It's not as hot as you would like it, but it's got a lot of flavor to it. So, and that's where you get the problems when it comes to Chili Verde. A lot of people will say, oh, the hotter, the better. And that's not the case. The more flavor, the better. Torres Catering has probably the most flavorful Chili Verde in town. And he can make it hot or cold. He can make it warm or mild. He can make it, you know, and it's just as good every time. So, but there's a lot of restaurants that make some good Chili Verde. I mean, the only problem is, I guess the real problem is the non-restaurant Chili Verde makers. Those are the ones that just add so much heat that it's not good. Already 4254777. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valleys. Romeo, I missed your text. What'd you say? Hey, Rome, I will blend, smash, and dash all the ingredients and get a good taste. Then I add the heat. Oh, when it comes to your Chili Verde, yeah, my Chili Verde is 11 ingredients. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you got to have that flavor first. You know, like I said, I'm going to be judging the Chili Verde cook-off on Saturday over at the Eagles downtown. You guys should come check it out. Have a good time. Going to be a band. Going to be a couple of DJs. It's going to be fun. But you got to have that flavor first, man. But most people, in fact, almost anybody I know that doesn't make it for a restaurant, that makes it at home and swears their Chili Verde is good, normally it's just hot. It's just so hot. It's not, you know, it really doesn't have much flavor but heat. That's not good. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valleys. Romeo, already 4254777. Yo, Rome, did you play the new Raiders song yet? I heard you talking about it earlier this morning on my way to work. No, I did not play a new Raiders song. I did finish the new Raiders song the other day. And so, I don't know, I might wait till the beginning of football, right? It's football season starts. I think the first game is September 4th, right? Is that right? It's a Thursday, September 4th, and then there's a Friday game on YouTube, and then, of course, the Sunday schedule. So, yeah, I might wait. What do we got? 2 weeks before it starts? Hold on, let me see. Let's see. Yeah, we got, about 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, actually, before. So I might just hold on to it. I don't need to drop a Raider song right now just because of I can hold on to it. You can get the new one when football season. And that one, when do I usually give them to you? When after football season starts, right? First week of football? I don't know. It's done, though. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valleys. Romeo, all right, what'd you send me here? Hey, you effing Chiefs fan. Come on, play the Raiders song, or maybe a sneak peek of it. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to hold off until it's... I can't remember. I always forget when I do the songs. I don't remember if I play them on the Thursday of football season starting. Yeah, I always forget when we do it. Nah, I won't play a sneak peek of it. You're going to have to wait. You're just going to have to wait on that one. All right? I'll play the old ones for you, though. It's Romeo, Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valleys. Romeo, already 4254777. Hey, Rome, keep that same energy when the Raiders are winning the division, Rome. Wow. I think we just heard from the stupidest person in Bakersfield this morning. At least we know he's up. All right, Raiders are winning the division. Every team in that division is except the Raiders. All right, that's funny. RD4254 7-7. Rome, play your new song. No, I think I'm gonna wait. I just realized I was looking through it. I have like 16 Raider songs. That's hilarious to me. I didn't realize we had done. I didn't realize we'd done that many songs. All right, RD4254 7-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1. The Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. RD4254 7-7. Rome. That's a whole album of Raider songs. I know. I just realized I was just looking here through the list of Raider songs that I have in front of me. I have 16 Raider songs. That's crazy. Well, I have 15 already. I haven't given you the 16th one. The newest one, I'll probably do it the first, when football actually starts, the regular season starts. So yeah, I do have a new Raider song, but not yet. RD4254 7-7. Yo, Rome, as a Raider fan, I apologize for that idiot saying we're gonna win the division. I know. You gotta be. I mean, there are some things that you say that you just go, you are really that stupid. Even if you're trying to be funny, right? Like, I know you try to, people try to be funny. Oh, Raiders going all the way. No, they're not. They're in the hardest division. Every team in that division has gotten better except them. And any one of those other three teams will win the division before the Raiders. In fact, I'm almost positive the Raiders are going to get last in that division, without a doubt. They're just, anybody that knows football, anybody that knows anything about what's going on, the Raiders are the worst team in that division. So it's just, but the problem is, I don't know if that dumbass really believes it. If you really believe that, you're a moron. If you really believe the Cowboys are better than they were last year, you're a moron. Like, you really are that stupid. And that's what's sad, is there are legitimate people out there that can convince themselves that the Cowboys are better, the Raiders are going to win the division. My God, I don't even have words for it, because I couldn't imagine being so delusionally stupid. I just can't imagine. I don't know how somebody could be like that. I can't imagine that. I can, how you always try to put yourself in somebody else's shoes sometime? I cannot put myself in the shoes of delusionally stupid, because I can't even try. I wouldn't even know where to begin. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Romeo.
What up?
Do you know, if you sing like that one more time, we ain't going to be friends no more. I'm working. I'm like, wait a minute, what is that? What are we going to get to? And I better not start singing it just like you next time. Perhaps you messing up my song.
Damn! All right.
Yeah, Romeo, you better have a good day after this. Demo's got you.
All right, get out of here. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. All right, it is 7:16 right now, and it is a Thursday. We like to bring Michael Bean in from the Marriage and Family Center. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
Okay, so Michael's here, marriagefamilycenter.com or 661-327-5100. Michael, how's everything going?
Everything is going. I just am running out of stuff to complain about.
Well, that's probably a good thing, right? Have your customers run out of things to complain about yet?
Unfortunately, we haven't yet solved the world's problems. We better go to work on that today.
People are so funny when it comes to relationships. I want to talk about different types of relationships, Michael. We always have, society says we're all supposed to be in this heterosexual relationship, and that's the only way to do it, right? But there are people in different types of relationships all over the world, and they seem to be doing very well at them. And I'm just curious, Michael, when it comes to this idea of whoever's telling us the type of a relationship we're supposed to be in, as long as we're all adults and understand what we're doing, does it really matter if a woman has two husbands or a swinger couple or any of these other types of relationships? Do you see any of these working out any better than just this old traditional, type of a relationship that we spend a lot of time talking about?
Well, I don't know about better, but I do know that when you try to squeeze a square peg into a round hole, it doesn't work. When people try to have a relationship that's way different than they are themselves, it's just bound to fail. There are many legitimate kinds of relationships as there are legitimate kinds of people. And expecting people to kind of have a relationship the way you do might not be, a very good expectation.
I'm glad you said that, Michael, because there are a lot of people out there that believe, and I'm just going to use this because this is the most common. Oh, our sex life is kind of down, so let's have a threesome. And 9 times out of 10, it ends up going horribly wrong for the couple and just makes things worse. But yet they hear other people said, oh, well, we do this or we've done that, and it's worked great for us. But you have to be have a certain type of mentality to do certain type or to be in certain types of relationships. Like,
very, very true.
We have a woman who is has a husband and another wife. There's 3 of them in this relationship, and they seem to be flourishing. And she seems to be in a great place in her life. But yet everybody on the radio, a lot of people on the show kind of look down upon her and tell her, oh, she's being cheated on. She doesn't know what she's doing. But she seems to defend it. And it just makes me curious if when we start to look at relationships, maybe we need to really look at us and the type of relationship we want to be in, even if it's your traditional relationship.
Well, I mean, that's true. I mean, you want to look at what's working and what isn't working for you, and then kind of really be honest with each other about what is and what isn't working. There's some space usually in every relationship that can be kind of taken up, even sometimes just on a fantasy level, by a new thing if partners aren't just so close-minded to ideas that they just kind of say, no, I'm not going to go there. Well, how about we do something that's kind of close to there, or that sort of reminds us of that, or that can kind of embrace that idea. There's usually a place to go within the sex life of a couple. There's usually some room to grow, to explore, to look around. If somebody is just set on, I'm only okay with these 3 positions. Yeah. Anything beyond that is perversion. Or okay, but you might be, you might be kind of narrowing things down so much that there's kind of no room to play. How small can you make your playground and still have kids have fun in it?
So let me ask you this, Michael. When people start to look at how can we improve our relationship, why is it they always go to sex first? Or do they not? Is that just my perception of, do I have a wrong perception of what people think about when they say, oh, things aren't going good right now, and we need to spice up our sex life as opposed to our communication, as opposed to our wants and needs and respect levels for each other? Am I wrong about that?
The stereotype is women say, we never talk anymore, and men say we don't ever have sex anymore. Yeah. So, but that's the stereotype, that people get their fulfillment in their relationship in different ways and notice when something's wrong in different ways. But very often sex becomes kind of like a symptom. It's like, oh, we're really not connecting in the way we used to, and also our sex life is not as good as it was.
Sex life kind of goes along with that connection, though, right? Usually the connection can lead to a better sex life, right?
Exactly. And it's really difficult to have a healthy and vibrant sex life when you just don't have a lot of trust. You don't have a lot of emotional connection. You know, you don't spend just casual time together. You don't have kind of some goals that you're working on together. If you don't feel connected to a person, very often it's hard to feel sexy with them.
Yeah. Michael Bean is here for the Marriage and Family Center. It's marriageoffamilycenter.com or 661-327-5100. Michael, I want to talk about people taking accountability for their part of their relationships, and we'll get to that next. Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. All right, it's 7:26 right now. Michael Bean is here for the Marriage and Family Center. That's marriageoffamilycenter.com or 661-327-5100. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
First thing I want to say, Michael, is now you've kind of you do things over the internet now, so people can speak with you through Zoom or whatever the new technology is, right?
We do have therapists that see people in person, but absolutely we can talk to you online. These are so convenient for people. It's just people are having sessions in their car. They just literally are. They're just like driving to a nice shaded spot, and we just have a private conversation, you know, during their lunch break. It's really convenient.
That's what I wanted to ask you was, do you find that people might be a little more comfortable in their own surrounding, even if it is their car, or even if it is their living room or their office, as opposed to actually going and sitting on a couch, kind of the old stereotype, sitting on a couch while the therapist sits in front of you with a notepad? Does it feel to you or seem to you like people are more comfortable going through therapy in that way?
It feels like it. It feels like people sort of know their environment and they understand kind of what's going on. They can, I don't know, they can just be a little bit more in charge of themselves. Mm-hmm. People have this fear that, if I try to have this connection online, it won't, it won't really work. I've tried to have meetings at work and they're impersonal. No, we figure out how to connect. We have really close, good communication by video. It surprised me, actually. When that first COVID lockdown happened, I was like, I might be out of a job now. I don't know if I can make this work online. But no, I found out that I can make that kind of personal connection, even by video, and it works really well.
All right, Michael, so I want to talk about accountability in a relationship. It seems like, and I think you're going to say this, that whenever we seem to be having trouble in our relationships, we always blame our partner, right?
Well, very often it's our partner's fault. We just haven't figured out how to change them yet. Everything we've tried to do to get our needs met in a relationship hasn't worked. And there's some very, very frustrated people out there. When you say that, I think there's people that hear that and go, Romeo, you're an idiot. You don't know my relationship. My partner is making me miserable. And they probably really are. And I want to appeal to that person and just kind of say, yes, I can help you change your relationship.
See, now we're getting into a gray area when we talk about this, Michael, because if I'm blaming you for our relationship, I'm probably blaming you. I'm probably right, but you're not the only. You and why I'm blaming you is not the only reason we're having problems. There's got to be some accountability to me on what I'm doing as well, right? Or unless what if I'm just perfectly happy with the way the relationship is? If I'm okay with the way things are going, and you're like, you never bring me flowers. I see what you're saying there.
An issue you're having in a relationship. Now, the problems that couples are facing in relationships are a lot more serious than that, but they need to be kind of dealt with just like that. I'm not getting my needs met in this relationship. Everything I've tried to do isn't working. Now I need some help. Michael Bean, what can I do? And I've helped people when their partner never did come in for a session.
Okay.
It goes more quickly when the partner's on board and is kind of like going, I want my partner to be happy. I'm willing to kind of go along with this and make some changes. But even if the happy partner comes along with them just to help their partner be happier, it works way better. But even if they don't leave your relationship the same, and don't assume that it can't be changed just because everything that you've tried so far hasn't worked.
What if your wants are unreasonable? Ah.
Well, I guess we should talk about what's reasonable and what's not reasonable. If you're not capable of really giving me what I really want in a relationship, maybe we're not right for each other. But if there was a time in our relationship when you were giving me that, I'll bet you are capable of it. But I just haven't been able to kind of get us back there again.
Gotcha. All right, Michael Bean is here from the Marriage and Family Center. It's marriageafamilycenter.com or 661-327-5100. It's on 94.1. On 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valleys. Romeo, all right, it's 7:39 right now. Michael Bean is here for the Marriage and Family Center. That's marriageafamilycenter.com or 661-327-5100. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
Michael, I want to talk, and I just explained the whole conversation to you while the song was on, but I want to try to generalize it so it's not specific to one person. You guys remember, everybody that's listened last week, we talked about a guy whose best friend of 20-something years started dating his ex-baby mama, and they've been divorced or been separated for 10 years. He's remarried. And he's upset at the friend. He's not upset at the baby mama. He's upset at the friend. And we've talked about this before, Michael. People put blame with which best suits them, right? You get cheated on. You don't blame your husband for cheating on you. You blame the woman that he slept with for cheating on you.
Yeah.
So why is it that common sense doesn't prevail? And you go, you know what? I've moved on. Why is it that we have this problem in relationships, Michael, where we'll go, okay, ours didn't work out. I've moved on to something else, yet I still got a problem with however you run your life.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, exactly.
We make these connections, and then we want to let go of the connection, but somehow kind of hang on to what? I don't know. I guess I see that a lot more often when there are kids involved, and so I'm going to try to control who my partner is around because I don't know this person, that my partner's interested in, and they're going to be around my kids, and so that happens a lot where you're kind of wishing that you could control who your kids are around and therefore control your partner. But I think more often, you know what happens? You've seen it happen all the time. A couple breaks up, and it's kind of like each partner starts sort of gathering the friends to them and making the friends sort of choose sides,
Yeah.
And so because I'm presenting myself as someone who was really harmed by my partner, and that's why we broke up, which again, that makes us feel better about the breakup if we somehow were a victim of something from them. Then we escaped something bad. We didn't abandon them or whatever kind of psychology is going on in our mind. If we feel like we did a good thing by getting away, and therefore I villainize my partner so that I can feel all right about this thing that really hurt a lot of people, that process it creates these factions, and man, you better be on the right side of that faction or you're not my friend.
I find it so ridiculous that, and I know we're talking about we want to save relationships, but I just find it so ridiculous that when two people decide this is not for us, we're out, why they can't just go their separate ways and move forward with their life. They have to hold some sort of animosity or resentment or guilt or whatever the case may be with this other person. And it happens a lot here in Bakersfield, especially with these men. They just can't. It's ridiculous.
It doesn't always happen. Now, sometimes there are some really amicable separations. Sometimes people really figure out, okay, it didn't work for us, but we're not going to drag our kids through it, or we're not going to drag, our separate families. They know each of us and have a separate relationship with us, so we're not going to, make them pay for the fact that we didn't work out. We're going to, separate and live our own lives, but they really do become really good friends. And then sometimes subsequent relationships that they're in, go away or whatever, and they end up back together again because they figured out, hey, we really can get along.
while you were saying all that, Michael, it made me think of something, and maybe you've already dealt with this. Have you ever had a couple come in and go, you know what? We know we're not right for each other. It's not working, but we have children. So we need to learn to get along with each other, not necessarily as a couple, but as a mom and dad. Have you ever had a couple that were intelligent enough to go, hey, let's get Michael to help us be good parents and have a good relationship for our children, even though we're not in a romantic relationship anymore?
It's rare, but it happens.
Oh wow!
I wish it happened more.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a few couples who, we know where this is going, but we don't want to drag our kids through it.
Yeah.
So some couples even figure out how to co-parent their kids in the same house and live separate lives. They're separated, but they don't want to separate themselves from their kids have their kids have to, be split between two households. I mean, some parents really go to long lengths to make sure that that the kids are kind of going to be okay. And I have definitely helped in situations like that.
All I think about is any two people that are that concerned and that caring about their kids and are that intelligent enough to go, we got to figure out. It just makes me wonder how the hell they didn't stay together. What happened? Why? If you're going to go that far, why? How come you couldn't go far enough to stay together as a couple?
Well, remember you asked me earlier, and you were kind of almost joking. You said, "But what if what I'm asking from you is not reasonable?"
Yeah.
And I think that's what it comes down to. It comes down to, hey, I can't go there with you. This is something you need in your relationship to feel fulfilled.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm just not, that's just not me. That's not who I am.
Mm-hmm. All right, Michael Bean is here from the Marriage and Family Center, marriageatfamilycenter.com, 661-327-5100. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, it's 7:49 right now. Michael Bean has to get up on out of here. The Marriage of Family Center. That's marriageatfamilycenter.com or 661-327-5100. Michael, I know you got to go. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
My pleasure. It was great to be here, and we'll talk with you next week.
Oh, yeah, I got something for you next week. That's just going to blow your mind.
Okay, then.
All right, it's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo, RD4254777. That's the number. If you want to call, if you want to text, you can do it right there to that number, all right? So Michael and I, we have conversations during the songs and the commercials that are sometimes different than the conversations we have on the radio. And one of the things I was asking him was about accountability. At what point do you have to hold yourself accountability for your partner relationship? And he said, and he made it, he's pretty intelligent guy. He's like, well, when you have to understand that usually when your relationship's not going well, okay, you're not getting your wants and needs met. Now, is that your fault or is that your partner's fault? And it could be both. It could be one or the other. But what he made a statement that I never even thought of, and not a bad thing. Just the fact that you make this commitment to somebody, right? And I asked him, what if your wants or your needs change? What if things are great, and then all of a sudden, as you get older, your wants and needs change, and your partner has to? What does your partner do about that? And we're going to talk a little bit about that next time we talk to him. But what I thought was funny was he made a comment. He goes, have you ever thought about the fact that you make a commitment to somebody who may be a totally different person 10 years later, 15 years later? What are you supposed to do? Right? He was just asking me that question to have in conversation. I'm pretty sure he knows what to do. But that's an interesting topic to think about. All of you that are married right now, some of you have been married for what? How long? 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? Are you married to this? Are you with the same person you married? Do you guys ever think about that? How much has your partner changed? And are they still the same person that you committed yourself to however long ago you got married? Just think about that for a second. RD4254-7-7. You're making a commitment to somebody today or however long ago when you got married who may not be the same person 10 years down the road or however long. It's Romeo outside of the 4.1. Out of the 4.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo, already 4254-7-7. Hey, Rome, I just heard what you said about people changing over the years. And are you really married to the same person? Me and my wife have been together 22 years. And I got to say, things have only gotten better from my perspective. As a couple, we've gotten better. And as people, I believe we've grown and become better people. So I don't know if you're right about that, Rome. Okay, what'd you say, 22 years? You got to be different people after 22 years. So 22, you had got married in 2003? You would have gotten married. You have to be a different person, right? Marriage, the minute you get married, it changes you into something else that day, right? Maybe not drastic changes that would make you want to leave, but yeah. Let me tell you what I think about that, okay, about what you said. I think after being with somebody for 22 years of marriage, you probably, both of you have changed in a way slowly over 22 years. Not dramatically, not immediately. So you've learned to accept the changes that have happened towards your spouse. Now, had it happened the next day, had you gone from marriage to 20 years later, and the change occurred the next day, you probably wouldn't stay with them. You've just adapted and learned. And I don't know, maybe your relationship is great. The idea that people change over decades and you've committed to somebody different because they've changed. But, they don't change immediately, so I get it. I get what you're saying. I just think that, since it's a slow process of change, you've learned to adapt slowly to the changes. Good or bad, I don't know. Maybe they were great changes. I have no idea. RD4254-7-7. It's out at 4.1. Out at 4.1, the Rhythm of the Valleys. Romeo, RD4254-7-7. So let's talk about the single life a little bit. Is the single life, is it better than being in a relationship? And I would say probably for almost everybody, a relationship is better. You can't live the single life forever. It's fun when you're young. It's fun when you're in, amazing shape. It's fun to just have a good time. But I think as you get older, you want to settle down. I think most of you will find that. And I have a friend of mine. Now he's 40, 42? He's 42 years old. He was married. Got married. He was one of those guys got married, high school sweetheart, all that, got married. Now, he got divorced just a couple of years ago. I want to say it was 3 years ago. 3 years ago. But, this guy's, so he was, 39? I think 39 when he got divorced. And he had a great job, has a house, makes really good money. He's a good guy, okay? And the single life for him in Bakersfield, I got to tell you, if you are and this is why it's going to be a weird conversation. So if you are a guy in Bakersfield and you own a house, you have a good job, you make a little bit of money, you're not, some broke dude living with your mom, you would be amazed the range of women that are willing to date you. from age to hotness. There's the range of women that are willing to go out with you, right? And nowadays we live in this world where you have 40, 50-year-old women that take great care of themselves and they work out and they're in great shape and they're attractive. Well, they're not as attractive as the 25-year-old version of them, but you know what I mean by that. So a guy, he was living the life. He had at both ends of the spectrum. He could date the 20-somethings, the 30-somethings, the 40-somethings, right? Because of his age range. Now, he's been single for, what did I say, 3 years? I think 3 years, because I think he's 42 now. We just had his birthday a few months ago. Well, yesterday, we were out playing golf, and we go in the clubhouse, have a couple of beers afterwards, and he asked me about settling down. He says, I just, it's been great. Being single's been great. But he wants to settle down. And he was telling me because he met a woman, and she has a couple of kids. She's divorced, couple of kids. They met. They hit it off. They've been seeing each other for a little bit, and he's thinking, you know what, he might settle down with her. And I hear you guys talk all the time about marriage. Oh, I would never get married again if I got divorced. Why? Or the single, being single so great. Is it really? At a certain age in your life, or at a certain point in your life, is being single really better? I don't know that it is. I think the problem is most of you are so desperate and insecure and lonely that you will make bad decisions in the people that you date. You don't look for the right person. Already 42547 but is it better? Is being single really better? I don't know if it is. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. Is Romeo talking about the single life. Is being single really better? Already 42547. Hey, Romeo, when it comes to being single, it just depends on how old you are. When you're young and single, it is a great time. Now, after you start establishing your life, making a little bit of money, wanting to settle down, then it's when you should settle down. Being single is great when you're young, but nobody wants to be that old man at the bar picking up on women. You just look like a creep. It's funny that you say that because when I was in college, my buddy owned a bar. And yeah, there was always one old guy at the bar trying to hit on college girls. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Good morning, Romeo.
Hey, what's up?
You guys are talking about if being single is better?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Especially when you're older, it's not. My ex, he's like, I hate being single. I should have worked out my marriage.
How old is he?
He's 40. No, he's 50 already.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, so no, it sucks. Really, I was single for a while too. It sucks.
All right. Well, thanks for calling. Later.
All right.
Bye. Already 42547. Hey, Romeo, I just want you to know that being single in Bakersfield is great at any age, especially now that I have a little bit of money. I got a good job. I make good cash. I own my own home. I have a nice truck. So when I go out, I have my pick of the litter because of these Bakersfield women. I can't disagree with that argument, to be honest with you. If you are, you're right about that. These Bakersfield women are a different breed when it comes to that. They want a good, stable man with a job and responsibility, and they have no problem going out with you, whether they're younger than you or older than you. It's just not, it's not. I always think of LA when I talk about Bakersfield. LA, you got to be fit, you got to have a good job, you got to make millions, you got to drive a nice car. It's real flashy and real superficial. So, fat and skinny matters in LA. But in Bakersfield, I think he's right, man. Bakersfield, a lot of Bakersfield women look for stability. And if you're a good dude, if you're a good dude with stability, you know, yeah, you might be right about that. Already 42547-7. It's Romeo outside of the 4.1. Hot 84.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. So let's talk about the single life. A friend of mine, this came up because a friend of mine, he's been single for about 3 years, right? And he said he loved it. He was just loving being single. And I saw him yesterday, and he was telling me how he met a woman. She got a couple of kids. They're starting to get a little serious. And he was like, it's great. And I was like, well, what happened to the single life? I thought the single life was amazing. You know, I guess it's not as great after a while. Already 42547-7, Rome. I don't think being single is better. I feel like you don't know what life is really about. You live life day by day. We like little to no responsibility, or with little to no responsibility, or you have nothing to look forward to. I don't know. My brother's been single for as long as I can remember, like 12 years, and he is so responsible. Drinking all night, has no goals. So you're saying your brother needs a woman to straighten his life out? Is that what you think? I mean, how old is he? Is he enjoying his life? Okay. You said he has no goals. That's, I guess, yeah. All right. Already 42547-7. Hey, Romeo. These Bakersfield women are all gold diggers. All you need is a house, a job, and a car, and you'll never be alone in Bakersfield. Okay. It's quite a statement to make. Already 42547-7. The single life. How good is it? It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo talking about being single, right? Is being single really better? A lot of you that are single think it's better until you realize it's not. Already 42547-7. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Hey, Romeo. I want to comment on the text messages you just read on the radio.
Yeah, what do you got?
The guy who says that all you need is a house, a car, now that you don't need a woman.
Oh, don't cuss. Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cuss. I
That's
apologize.
fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
He's full of crap. He must be ugly because women out here nowadays, they have a house, they have a car, so their lives are fulfilled. They don't need a man for that.
Yeah, but even those women are responsible enough to know they want a responsible man. You see what I'm saying? So
the standards are a little bit higher.
By him saying, I think where he sounded like an idiot was by calling women gold diggers. But a woman who can take care of herself doesn't want some dude who's driving a Saturn and living with his mom. She wants a woman she wants a guy who also has kind of the same thing she does. Yes. So I think that I think he's right, but I think he sounded like the idiot the way he put it because he stereotyped all women, and that's not how all women are in Bakersfield.
That's very true.
So yeah.
Also about the girl talking about her brother. I don't think there's going to be a woman out there in the world that wants a man with no goals.
Exactly.
So, I mean, good luck to her if you're listening. Good luck to you.
Yeah.
I hope he changes his life. You know, we'll put those good blessings his way.
Sure. All right. Are you single or married?
I am single. I'm a single mother. I have my own house, my own car, and if and when I'm ready to date, I'm going to want somebody at that same level as well.
How long have you been single?
Oh, God. I think long enough to be stuck in my ways. About 10 years, maybe.
Why did you stay single so long?
The last person I dated, obviously, was my daughter's father.
Okay.
He's 10. And I've tried a couple times, but just problems. I mean, again, when it goes to irresponsibility, money, not having a vehicle, asking me for rides, things like that.
Okay.
I'm like, no, I'm not about that.
I got you. Fair enough. That's fair. There's a lot of those losers in Bakersfield, too. All right.
Well, I don't want to be like that guy and call all men losers because that's not true. There are some very great men out there, but the standards are a little bit higher.
Well, but that's the problem. That's not a problem, but that's the makeup of Bakersfield. You have all these women out there out in Bakersfield who are looking for some responsibility and a guy But we have a lot of guys out here who care more about their muscles than their goals. And
That's true.
then when you start running into these guys that, have a house, have a car, have a job, they start to look a little bit more attractive than, and it's a weird dynamic in Bakersfield. It's a very weird dynamic when it comes to men in Bakersfield.
It truly is.
All right.
That's why I'm going to move out of town to date.
Oh, gosh, there's good men here. Stop. All right, get out of here. Bye. All right, 842-547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, 842-547-7. Yo, Rome. Single, as you get older, I'm finding out less stressful and better. Okay. Okay. All right, 842-547-7. Yo, Rome, tell my sister I'm happy. Oh, the guy that's got no goals? That's pretty funny. Hey, Romeo, why are people upset that Bakersfield women are looking for men who have a home, a car, and a job? What else are they supposed to have? That's more than most men have. Well, I think she was just, the way the guy said it is all women in Bakersfield are gold diggers, okay? Even women who want a man with a house, a job, and a car are not gold diggers. It's just the way he said it in his text message. That's why she was upset, okay? There are still women out there that can have their own stuff. Although I should have asked her if how she got her house, because she did say she was with her baby's father. She'd been single for 10 years. If she got the house in the divorce or how that worked out. There's a lot of women out there in Bakersfield that cry how independent they are, but they got an ex paying for stuff. They still collecting child support and alimony, and that house came from their ex who cheated on them. But yeah, so there's a lot of women out there that do that. But Bakersfield's just a different place than a lot of other places. And had he not said gold diggers, he probably would have been, got a lot more women on the side. Because to be honest with you, if you got a job, if you got a house, if you got a car, those are signs of responsibility. That's what women don't want to hear. Women want to say they got a house, they got a car, how responsible they are. But if a single man does it, they don't want to look at that and go, well, that's a responsible man. Hey, what's good for the goose, good for the gander, right? And that's what women are looking for in Bakersfield. Whether they're younger or whether they're older, they're looking for that responsibility. They don't want that guy that went and spent $70,000 on a truck and still lives in an apartment with his mom. They want that guy for about, 6 months. You know what I'm saying? All right, 842-547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, 842-547-7. What'd you say? We're talking about being single, right? The single life. Is it good? Is it better than being in a relationship? Some of you do. Some of you think it's not. What'd you send me here? Hey, Romeo, that called is absolutely right. We are women out here. We have our own. We don't need no man to buy us a house or buy us a car or take care of us. So she's absolutely right with what she's saying. Well, okay. But did you hear what else she said? She's been single for 10 years because she don't want no scrub. And she said she's dated a couple. The bottom line is, and you women need to understand this. I know you want to, throw your resume in everybody's face and your accomplishments in everybody's face, and that's your identity. But the bottom line is very simple. Whether you can afford your own or whether you can't, you still want a man with a house and a car and a job. Because you don't want to take care of no loser. So what conversation are we having here? It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, let's go. Oh, Paulina. Good morning, Romeo. It's Paulina. All that nonsense that women say, it's BS. Women here don't know what they want. Remember 2 weeks ago, some 25-year-old vet making money, having a house, car, and a good job, couldn't find a woman for a relationship? I do remember that guy, absolutely. Even men that are made already, have everything going for them, struggle for relationships. Men are out here, Romeo. These women just have too high of a standard. Sure. All right. I kind of agree with that, Paulina, to some extent. But like the 25-year-old, he was just in a different age range. Okay. I mean, obviously he was a military vet, so he probably has structure and discipline, and he's a quality human being. And the girls in his age range in Bakersfield, 20s, mid-20s, 20, just their 20s. Yeah, they're not looking for that right now. They're looking out, have a good time. They're looking to party. They're looking to enjoy life. And then they're going to start to figure out after 30, about settling down. So I remember what you're saying. But I will say this about Bakersfield. And it goes for dating or settling down. Women out here most women out here want a responsible man. Now, they don't want to settle down, and that's why the 25-year-old guy was having an issue. He was ready to settle down. Now, these women in Bakersfield, they're over here chasing in their 20s. They're chasing 6'2" with a six-pack, with no job, living at home, And it'll take them a few of those guys before they realize I need 5'9" with a job. You know what I'm saying? But you got to take your shot, But that's why I'm saying a guy with a job, a guy with a job and a house and a car who is single, let's call him middle-aged, right? He can date women in their 20s or women in their 40s because they'll both go out with him. You know what I'm saying? Settling down is obviously a different situation. That's why this guy is saying being single in Bakersfield is great. Because if you have a house and a car and a job, you can date multiple women in this town. You'll never be alone. That's what he said. Already 42547-7. It's Romeo outside 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, what's going on?
Yo, Ron, what up, man?
What up, brother?
So what started all this job money stuff? What's the females complaining about?
Oh no, we were talking about being single, and some guy said that you'll never be single in Bakersfield if you got a job, a house, and a car. All these women are gold diggers. Some other woman got mad and said, well, there are women out here that can make their own money and buy their own houses and do their own thing. So that's how it all started, and that's why we're just saying it doesn't matter,
Nah, most of them chicks that have a house got it from a divorce.
Well,
I'm not saying that all of them, but I'm gonna say like at least 60-70% of them do, because there's also girls out here that make more money than guys.
Yeah.
And for the whole single thing, where you said right now, is I agree, because I was in a relationship for 10 years. I've been single this past year and a half, and I get to date the mom. I could date the daughter. And then if she has an aunt that wants to do it too, it's fine. But as long as she ain't got no grandkids, I'm all right. But, the whole job thing too is, he's kind of right. I mean, the first thing they always ask is, well, what do you do for a living? And me, I tell them that out. I work at McDonald's. I don't have no money. We'll see how much you really like somebody.
He's absolutely right. He's 100% right about that. That's if you have a good job, if you have a house and a car, that shows responsibility. And there's a lot of versions there's a lot of different, like you said, the mom, the daughter, the grandma, they'll all date you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right.
And it's funny because the younger ones too are going to be the ones that want that and then complain when you don't have time. Where you got to realize a lot of us guys out here, we're working 60 hours a week.
That's funny. That's funny.
That's why your aunt or your mom's coming around, because she's like, oh, I know where it's gonna go. So just be prepared for what happens, for what you want, because you can't have your cake and eat it too.
All right, man, get out of here.
All right, brother.
That's funny, but it's true. I mean, it's just true. That's the dating single scene in Bakersfield is just like that. If you are a man with a decent job, with a house, living by yourself, and a car, most of the women will date you. Already 42547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, would you text me here? Already 42547-7. Yo, Rome. I'm a single guy I'm a guy, 34, single with my stuff together, my own home, multiple cars, very talented. But honestly, these women don't take the time to actually get to know the person. In my experience, women want a guy to prove they are husband material without putting in the effort to show why they are wife material. I've dipped out on 2 of my girlfriends of 2 years because she was ready to get married, but I wasn't. Of course she's ready to get married. I'm a great guy that holds it down in all aspects. I would want to marry me if I was a female, but if you ain't cooking for me or doing laundry, carrying the wife duties, you ain't going to get wifed up by me. But in the meantime, I done proved I'm husband material. That is why I've been and choose to be single. But when I find that someone, it'll be different. But until then, I do save a lot of money and effort by waiting and looking for what I want. Do one of you women want to call in or text in and tell me what his problem is? 842-547-7, because bruh, you're not marriage material. You're an arrogant a-hole is what you are. And I'll say this again. You are not marriage material. You're the problem, not the women. I'm just saying. All right, 842-547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo. Oh, Paulina again. Hey, Rome, it's Paulina again. But what I'm trying to get at is that majority of women, especially in their 30s, that call in complaining how dating is hard and how they're dating bums and broke guys. But yet a woman will go through and sleep with men that are made and don't want to settle down when they were younger. But yes, I agree with you. Men that have it going for you, especially, they here have no problem sleeping around recklessly. Okay. Well, here's the thing I gotta say about women. You should be shooting for the stars when you're young. Usually when you're young, you're usually at your fittest. You're prettiest. You're usually all of the things. So you should be shooting for the stars, And yeah. So what did Paulina say here? I'm trying to figure out. In her 30s that call in complaining how dating is hard and how they are dating bums and broke guys. But yet women go through and sleep with men that are made and don't want to settle down. Oh, I see. They're not. Well, they shouldn't want to settle down at that point, right? In your 30s? Well, maybe. I see what you're saying now, Paulina. I get it. All right. Already 42547-7. What do we got here? Rome. Let's see here. I'm the woman who called that's been single for 10 years. I'm also a vet, and I'm 40, never been married, didn't get my house from a divorce or my car. Or I'm just in my mom mode right now. Okay. Never been, I thought that's what you were, mom mode right now. When I was going to ask you about that, but I slipped my mind. When I get a man in my life, it's because I want one, not because I need one. That person will have to be special in order for me to share my time with him because my time belongs to my daughter right now. You can send that 25-year-old my way. We got a lot in common. And the other guy who called in and said he lies to the women he meets and says he works at McDonald's, that sounds like he chooses to start relationships on a lie. A job is a job, my friend. A respectable woman would never shame a man for working fast food. Heck, fast food workers make good money these days, enough to be able to take care of themselves. There's a fine line. I mean, the problem with most men who got a little bit going on, especially younger men, is they're idiots. Okay? Their arrogance and delusion makes them believe that just because some woman pays an interest in them, that they're a gold digger. And that's not true, God, you would not believe how many women I know, single women, that have money, and you would never know it. And they're still looking for a guy. They make bad decisions, but for the most part, they're still looking for a guy. It's just... And this woman that just texted me, she also called and said she doesn't want to stereotype. But, you know, a lot of you guys do. The problem is this. This is the problem with Bakersfield men. I'm going to tell you right now why it is. And they're going to get mad at me but it's true. You can make real money in Bakersfield without an education. So you get these guys that go into the oil fields, or they go into corrections, or they go into these jobs where you can make real money, live legitimate, real money, have a good life. And they do it at such a young age with lack of education and lack of real world experience. They act like morons and they act arrogant until they get older. And then they start to realize that they were morons. And that's just what it comes down to. It's that simple. You can't make too much money. When you make a lot of money at a young age with lack of education, you can be an idiot. And you will be. And you'll act like one. It's Romeo. It's Hot 84.1.